Okay, chapter 12, lesson 2. Subsets and set of operations. Okay, so in this lesson, you must know these 5 things. And when we come here, there is more inside each of the 5 things. Okay, so you should know how to define the universal set. You should know how to define the complement of a set. You need to be able to use subset notation. How to write a subset using the notation. Okay? Find the number of subsets for a set. And then find the intersection, unions, disjoints, and differences of sets. So this is the set operations. When I ask you how many set operations should you know, you should tell me I should know 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. Which 4? Intersections, unions, disjoints, and differences. Okay? So let us start with what is the universal set. It is the set of all the objects. When you take everything, this is universal. It is every element inside the rectangle. You will be given a rectangle. You have to write everything that is inside. That is why I colored the whole rectangle. Okay? The universal set is noted by the letter U, capital U. So I don't want to confuse it with the union. So that's why I'm going to put the lines over there. Universal set is capital U. Okay? So in this question, the universal set is, if you can look closely, this is 2, this is 3, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 10, this is 15, and this is 9. So every number inside the rectangle is the answer to this question. Okay? What is the complement of a set? It is the set of elements that are not in a given set, but are in the universal set. Okay? So, the complement of this question is everybody outside the circle. So the complement of A and B is everybody that is not in A and also not in B. So that means they are outside the circle. Okay, so 15, 9, and 10 are the complements of A and B. Okay. Let's look over here. The rights they use in some books outside, some books write it inside. So it depends with you. Write it inside. Write the U inside. Okay? Alright. So we've been given a question, set B. This is the elements. Set B, complement. This is the elements. What is the universal set? The universal set is everybody. I did it over here. I took what is there and there, but do not repeat. Okay? So, anyway, there should not be a repeat. Yeah. Whatever is in B and whatever is not in B makes the universal set. Okay? Then the question said, fill in the diagram correctly. 4, 7, 9, and 12 are in B, so they will go inside the B. 1, 10, 13, 17, and 14 are not in B. That's why you have this mark over here. So I will write them outside the circle of B and draw the rectangle to show the universal set. Explain each part correctly. Okay? So I want to explain each part correctly. Set B, every element that is in set B and is inside the circle B. Set B complement, that's how you say that. This is complement of B. Every element that is outside set B or outside the circle of B, but inside the rectangle. Okay? What is the universal set? Every element inside the rectangle. Now, according to this picture, B plus complement of B makes the universal. Universal minus B makes the B complement. Universal minus the B complement makes the B. If I add this and whatever is outside, I will get whatever is in the rectangle. That's the U. If I take everything in the rectangle and I take away the circle, I will be left with the ones that are not in the circle, which is the B complement. When I take everything outside the circle outside, I will be left with B. And that's what I said over here. Okay? Now, if you've been given a set A, this is how you write the complement of A. If you've been given the complement of A, the complement of A complement is A. Okay? The complement of a null set is the universal complement. The complement of the universal set is the null set complement. And vice versa. Okay? Make sure you remember, because in this lesson you have to know how to read carefully. Alright. Now we are in subset. Okay? So, if every element of set A is in set B, then set A is a subset of set B. So what am I saying? I have 5 girls I have met on the corridor. Who are the 5 girls? Let's say Maha, Asil, Aliazia, and Rand. Okay? So, I have seen these girls on the corridor. I found them talking outside the class. Okay? So, these girls belong to also 8B. So I will say these girls are a subset of 8B, or these girls are part of 8B. Subset means part. You are part of the bigger group. 8A is part of Murrayjib School. So 8A is a subset of Murrayjib School. Okay? Abu Dhabi is a subset of UAE, because Abu Dhabi is part of the UAE. Al Ain is a subset of UAE, because Al Ain is in UAE. Al Ain is also a subset of Abu Dhabi. Why? Because Al Ain is in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Now, the symbol for subset looks like a C with a line underneath it. So this is how you read. Set A is a subset of B. So this is a subset notation. When you're writing a notation and you want to show subset, you must use this symbol. Okay? Now let's do an example. You have set A, it has C, D, and E. Set B has A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Both of the sets have C. There's a C here and a C here. A D here and a D here. A E here and a E here. So both of the sets have C, D, and E. This means the whole of set A is in set B. If I put this here, I'll find it over there. Everything is here. So that is why I'm saying set A is a subset of set B, or set A is part of set B. All right. Now you need to know how to create subsets. So here you have set A. If you want to create the subset, you take all three, which I did. You must have the null set. So always start with the null set. Start there. So it doesn't matter how many you have. You must start with your null set. The null set is part of any subset. If you don't write it, you're in trouble. So you start with the null set. Then you take everything in the set. And then you start pairing twos. And then you start pairing ones. You separate by ones. Okay? So this is how you write the subset for this one. Okay? And how many subsets does it have? So A has 8 subsets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a set with 3 elements will always have 8 subsets. Okay? Now let us see how to find the number of subsets of any given set. See, I told you, if you have 3 elements, the number of subsets will always be 8. How do I know? I find the cardinality. Cardinality means count how many you have. How many do you have? You have 3 of them. Then you will write an exponent. You will write an exponent. The base will always be 2. This base will never change. But the exponents will change. The exponents will change by how many elements you have in your set. So 2 to the 3rd power is 8. How do I know? Because 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So that's how I know. Okay? Let's do for set B. Set B has A, B, C, D, E. The cardinality of set B is 5. So my base will be 2. My power will be 5. So what am I saying? I'm repeating 2 5 times. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And I should get 32. How do I know? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 8 times 4 is 32. You don't need a calculator. Okay? So set B will have 32 subsets. That is how you know. And I wrote this. This is very important. The null set is a subset of any set. The question tells you, write the subsets. You must start with the null set. You must start with the null set so you don't forget. Okay? It means you must include the empty set when you're counting the number of subsets of a set. Okay? Now, let us look over here. We are writing subsets. So this is subset of D. This is an ice cream shop. Okay? And they are selling vanilla, strawberry, and mint. Okay? So what are the subsets? All the 3 flavors, vanilla, strawberry, and mint. Then vanilla and strawberry, vanilla and mint, strawberry and mint. Okay? Then vanilla by itself, strawberry by itself, mint by itself, and then the empty set. Okay? Now let us check. Remember I said you should have 8. Let's count. 1. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. So here you have 1, here you have 3, here you have 3, here you have 1. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. How did I check? I know the cardinality is 3, so I did 2 to the third power and I got 8. All right. Now you want to find a proper subset. This is a different question. This one said find the subset. Then there will be another one saying a proper subset. When you're finding a proper subset, it is if set A is in set B. Okay? So if set A is a subset of set B and set A is not equal. So proper subsets are not equal to each other. You will see. Then A is a proper subset of B. If A is not equal to B, but A is a subset of B, then A is a proper subset of B. Proper subset. Keywords in every sentence. All right, let's look at examples so you will understand. I have set A. Who is my set A? Mariam, Aisha, and Sarah. Let me write all the subsets. I said my first thing to write is the null set. I always start there. Then I write everybody in the set. Mariam, Aisha, and Sarah. Then I can make Mariam and Aisha, Mariam and Sarah, Aisha and Sarah. Then Mariam by herself, Aisha by herself, Sarah by herself. Now, you see this? It is not equal to that. Here is 3, here is 2, so I need it. I also need this because they are not equal. All of these are not equal to this. But this is equal to that. Why? Because Mariam is here, Aisha is here, Sarah is here. Because they are equal, I cross it out. I don't need it. So you cross out the equal one. Then now, these that you have boxed, these are what we are calling the proper subsets of A. Okay? You cross the one that is exactly like the question. The one that is exactly like the question, you cross it out. You don't need it when you want to find proper subsets. So first write all the subsets and cross out. So like here, if I wanted to find all the subsets, if I wanted to find the proper subsets, I will not use this. I will cross this out. So I will only use this 3, and this 1. Okay? All right, so we move on. Now, what is the formula for finding the number of all proper subsets of a set? It is 2, and the cardinality as an exponent minus 1. So if this is A, this is your cardinality, then you do 2 to the power of 6 minus 1. Then you do 2 times 2 times 2. You repeat it 6 times. When you multiply this, you should get 64 minus 1, 63. So how many proper subsets does set A have? Set A will have 63 proper subsets. So you must read and know what the question wants. Okay? All right. Intersections and unions of sets. Now we start with intersections. Intersection, the symbol is this. It looks like an N, but it looks like a small N. But don't do like this. No, there is no line over there. So just write like that. So I have drawn my circles, my Venn diagrams. So when you have two sets, it is where the two sets overlap or where the two sets cross each other. So this is the intersection of A and B. And this is the intersection of E, F, and G, where the three sets are meeting over here. So the shaded part is the intersection of A and B in this picture. The intersection means what is both in A and B. What is both in sets, all sets. Whatever is in A that is in B is the intersection. So the intersection, this is how you read this, the intersection of A intersection B. That's how you read this. A intersection B. Okay? E intersection F. E intersection F is here. E intersection F is this. This purple part only. F intersection G is just this blue part only. E intersection G is this one, is the green part. And then E intersection F intersection G is the red part. Okay? You should know how to identify from the picture. Okay. All right. So let's do an example. You've been given a set. Set A is 10, 11, 14, and 15. And then set B is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. A intersection B. What elements are in A and also in B? So over here, 11, 10 is not in B. 11 is not in B. 14 is in B. 15 is in B. So the intersection of A and B is 14 and 15. So I draw my two circles. One represents A, the other one represents B. Whatever is in A and B, I write in the middle. Whatever I didn't use or whatever I crossed out. So whatever is remaining, I will write in A. Whatever is remaining here, I will write it in B. And this is your picture, and you shade the intersection. A intersection B is read as A intersection B, or it is read A and B. When I say A and B, I mean A intersection B. Okay? All right. Your second operation you need to know is the disjoint. When you do the intersection and it is empty, so let's say there was no number I crossed like this. That means I was left with A by itself and B by itself. So this is called a disjoint. Okay? This is how you show a disjoint. Where the two circles are not intersecting. Okay? So when the intersection is empty or a null set, we call it a disjoint. Okay? Let's do union. Union is like this. Not U, it is a curved, it is the opposite of this. You flip this. Okay? Like that. When you combine sets to make a new set, you put the two sets together, everything together. Okay? A union B means everything in A, everything in B, and everything in both A and B. That's what that means. So in your picture, it means color everything in the circle. That's what that means. Shade everything in the circle. Not outside the circle. Okay? All right. When writing the union, do not repeat the elements. So I have A here. Set A is A, B, C, D. Set B is B, D, E, F. If I want to write A union B, who is repeated? I see B and D are repeated. So I cannot write B again and B, two B's, no. Only one B. So A, B, C, D, and then E, F, and G. And then you draw your picture. Make sure you put the union there. Universal set. This is capital U. Okay? So that is how you draw A union B. Okay? This is B and D. B and D will go here in the middle. And then AC will come here on A. And EFG will come on this side of B. but you need the union, so you need both A and B. You shade all of them. All right. Now let us do set subtraction. Okay. So the difference of sets means you're subtracting the set. So the difference of set A and B is what elements are in A and not in B, or elements that are in A only. Okay? So A minus B means A only, and this is how you write it in set builder notation. The elements that are in A and the elements that are not in B. B minus A is not the same as A minus B. These are two different things. B minus A is meaning B only. That's what it means. Okay? A minus B, you have to do A minus B first. Then the answer, you must subtract C. That's what this means. Do A minus B, then get the answer, then subtract C. Anyway, A minus B means A only. A only minus C means A only. Whatever is in A only. Okay? I didn't do an example. Well, you should be able to do by yourself. All right, let's use this one here. Let's use that. So you have A is what? A, B, C, D. And then you have B is B, D, E, F, G. And then the question say do A minus B. So A minus B is whatever is in A only. So B is in both. D is in both. So A only is A and C. Like that. Let's do B minus A. B minus A will be whatever is in B only, which is E, F, G. E, F, G. Just like that. That's how simple this is. Okay? Read carefully. Do Aleph. See you tomorrow.